There we go.
Thanks, guys. Well, I'm here with Grandmaster Wesley So, who won today, although the match is still very much in the balance. When you woke up this morning, did you feel like USA still controlled its own destiny for the gold medal?
Well, I thought it's very unlikely. I mean, I would be very happy with a bronze medal.
Yeah.
Just to
fair.
get any medal. Yeah, fourth medal, but there, fifth medal. There's no medal, unfortunately, because we've been the back foot of things. The problem is the Olympiad is becoming very tough to win, and you kind of need to achieve almost perfection in order to win it. And we finally got our best lineup, but we started really poorly. That blunder against Ivanchuk really cost us dearly. I mean, if I won that game, then maybe we have very good chances for a gold. But I saw Ray was losing, so I thought 2-2 wasn't sufficient, and I blundered the match away in Ukraine. And that's the way it is, because you can't need like 20 points or at least 19 to even fight for the gold medal.
Correct.
But you have a chance at 19 at the time of this interview. You need Fabi to hold on board 1 and then to win again tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure. If we can get 2-2 today, it'd be a miracle. The problem also, Fabiano and Levon has been carrying this team the entire tournament long.
Fair.
And it's simply not fair for them, not fair to them to ask to do that every single game. I mean, Fabi almost needs to win every single game in order for us to have a chance.
Funny? You know what's funny about this? You know what's funny about this, actually? You're probably wondering, why am I laughing here? The reason I'm starting to smile or form a laugh is because that's actually, like, I can't think of anything that's more fun. Like, that was the thing that I always enjoyed when I played the Olympiad more than anything else, not even close, is like when you have that opportunity to put the team on your back and carry them to the promised land, like, there's nothing quite like it. So I actually would be like, I mean, if someone were to say to me, like, you're gonna have to put the team on your back and carry them all the way, I'd be like, absolutely, I would love to do that. I can't think of anything better. So when he says it's not fair, I know he's being polite, but like the best player should carry it. It reminds me of me. It's when I played the Pro Chess League. Yeah, when I played against the French team, I won every game at the end to win the match. That's what it reminds of. Levon's had a great event, by the way. Levon has played amazing chess on board 3 or board 4. He's been incredible. And Fabiano's been pretty good, but let's keep going. That's why they want you and the team. Very funny, very funny. Okay, let's go.
Bronze medal, and unfortunately, maybe he over pushed today. I thought he had a fine position, but I think he was just he was playing for a win, with white and black. Yesterday, he was also winning. He can't really ask for more, but I mean, if we get 2-2 today, it'd be a miracle. I mean, really hope.
Yeah, you brought up the Ivanchuk mistake. I wasn't going to bring that up, but is it still on your mind a little bit?
Well, it's just sad because one blunder, then you have to wait another 2 years to fight for the gold medal. It's simply the way it is. I mean, also,
fair.
We raised a great player, but we finally had our momentum going. We have our perfect net lineup, but it's a bit too late. But I'm very proud of my teammates. I mean, it's really unfortunate that Hikaru doesn't play in the Olympiad anymore.
Here we go.
I mean, I'm willing to give him my spot if he wants. Yeah,
that's not what it's about.
I think if he,
I'm gonna say this because like this is important. I'm gonna be brutally honest here. I'm gonna be brutally honest about everything. Like this is where I'm gonna be brutally honest. Like when they talk about these things, I'm gonna be very blunt about a couple of things. I've said it 1,000 times, and I'll say it for the 1,001st time here, which is there's more. Oh, I'm sure there's gonna be much more, but I want to say this for the 1,001st time. The reality is that I'm in a situation where content creation is how I earn a living. Let's be clear. That's how I earn a living. Now, if people want me to play in these tournaments, at the end of the day, there has to be more money coming into chess. There has to be more interest. There have to be more sponsors in order for me to continue it. When you're talking about something where effectively the offer is, let's just say, I'm just going to be generous. It's 6x less than I'm going to earn from streaming during the same period of time. I'm going to be brutally honest here. You're talking 6 to 7x less. At the end of the day, it's not good enough. And I would say that what matters is forget about the money. No. But the point is, no, you misunderstand. And I'll tell you why you misunderstand this. The reason this matters when I talk about finances, because down the road, if you set a precedent with more money for the players, that is going to help the future generation. That is going to help the Hans Niemanns of the world, the Mishra Abimanu's of the world, the Andy Woodwards of the world, the people who are going to be playing on the U.S. chess team down the road. They are going to make more money from chess because of that. I'm going to be very clear about that. So that is a really important thing to point out, is that, like, you know, when people talk about this, if there are more sponsors, more interest, this is going to help the kids who are going to start taking over. And I don't want to hear about this U.S. stuff. Like, I've represented the U.S. my whole career. I've lived here the vast majority of my life, except for the first 2 years. I consider myself completely American. Make no mistake about it. But at the end of the day, if you're going to have a situation where players are content to make, I don't want to say it, actually. I don't want to say it, but what I think is frankly not fair value, and they're not going to push for more. Like, I can say it, but it's up to the other people as well. It's very important. And like, people can say, well, I'm just saying this, whatever it is, but that's not the reality. And I think people like Fabiano can definitely push for more as well. But when you're happy to play, and this I will say, when you're happy to play and you're playing for a bonus of like $4,000 to $5,000 if you get a gold medal, and countries like Armenia, Azerbaijan, Russia, I guess Russia's not playing this time, but let's just say Armenia, Azerbaijan, Ukraine, etc., Uzbekistan, which did win last time, I believe. You're talking, they get tons of money. They become superstars in their country. They get cars, houses, you know, they meet the president, everything else. At the end of the day, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. That's the reality. And so that's how it goes. And, you know, it is what it is. And that's what I'm going to say right now on the topic. So, yeah. And I mean, I've represented the U.S. 7 times. I mean, I could give you countless times where I sacrificed myself for the team. I told you before, I played in the 2012 Olympiad, the last round. I played with Black against Wojtaszek. If I sit out that last round, I get the gold medal. I get the individual gold medal on board 1 if I sit out that last round. But I played for the team. Even though we were not going to medal, I played for the team in the last round. I did it. And I lost to Radek Wojtaszek. He played a great game and beat me. There are many other instances that I could go on and on about. So I really don't want to hear it when people start saying things like this. The lack of the support for a team like the U.S. is ridiculous. I mean, of course it is. Obviously, of course it is. So it's what it is. I mean, you know, I could talk about the times I had to pump up Gata. I had to get him. He wasn't feeling good. I would pump him up before that big match against Russia in 2012. I went to his room. We looked at that Ali Ekins defense that he played against Grishchuk. You know, I could go on and on with stories forever, but let's keep going.
Hikaru played in India 2 years ago instead of Sam, or if he played here instead of Ray. And all those respect to them, but I think
first of all, there's an important point to make here too, which is that I would have been the reserve player if I played in India 2 years. 2 years ago, I would have been the reserve player, and I was not going to play if I was a reserve player. Even though at that point my rating was on the up, and I wasn't number 5 anymore. I was like number 3 or something. I was not going to play if I was the reserve player. So that is the reason I didn't play in India very clearly. So let's keep going. Do you think your stream would be hurt by fans being disappointed if you don't play? I will play the tournaments that matter, which are the candidates and trying to qualify for the World Championship. I mean, that's what I'm going to play. No, I have no issue with what Wesley's saying. I just want to clarify a few things here for people who want to be mad at me for not playing and everything else.
Won gold quite easily. So.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's unfortunate.
I mean, I think what I agree with Wesley here is that if I had played board 1 or board 2 in India, for example, I think the U.S. wins the gold pretty easily. I agree with him. I think he's right on that. I would not agree with that statement in regard to this Olympiad in Budapest, Hungary, though. I don't think that's correct. I think that if you look at the last Olympiad, it's probably true, but in this one, I don't think you can say that because the Indians are just so OP at this point. All the players are ridiculously good. They're ridiculously good. I mean, you cannot tell me that Prag, Gukesh, Arjun, they have arrived. They're not like good. They've arrived. So let's keep going. Next bit.
You know, that Hikaru has his own reasons, but I think, that's like we still have a chance. I mean,
shades of Pal Benko giving up his spot to Fischer and the candidates there. I don't think anybody wants you to give up their spot. But last question.
Yeah, I mean, I'm willing to.
You brought up Nakamura. Has he been in contact with the team in any way during this tournament?
No, I've been streaming.
Well, he makes videos about us. That's his contact. I mean, I have nothing personal against him. I just think we would have won gold very easily if he decided to play this year or previously.
Okay, and Wesley pretty much sums it up in a nutshell. He sums it up in a nutshell, and he's not wrong. I make videos. Fact is, I mean, for me, you know, it's worth more. That's the reality. It's worth more. That's the reality. And I mean, I love Wesley. Obviously, I mean, not literally, but you know what I mean. I mean, obviously, he's a great guy. I mean, he's generally very nice to everybody. I have no issue with him. But the fact is, if chess, you know, the fact is, if there's going to be more money coming to chess, then I'll probably play. But if there isn't, there's no reason to other than playing the candidates. And that's why I would argue, for the people who want to be mad at me, they should actually look at the other way where, you know, if I'm able to, if what I'm saying is listen, if people listen to what I'm saying and there are more sponsors in the US who get into it, that is in the long run going to be good for the future generation of players. People like Andy Woodward, people like Mishra Abhimanyu Mishra, and all those guys, it is going to be very good in the long run. It's going to be very good for those guys who have no sponsors at the moment as well. So that's the other point to make. Let's keep going. No, I mean, seriously, if like, for example, if 2 years from now, there's the standard for how much the players get or what the bonuses are, or say double or triple of what they're getting right now, that is going to be good for the people who are going to eventually replace myself, replace Fabiano, replace Wesley, and everybody else. Yeah. Sponsors aren't going to sponsor because you sat out a chess tournament. No, I don't actually think it's going to change anything. I mean, what I've been saying now, I've literally been saying for the last like 2 or 3 years. So I don't expect anything to change. But I'm just stating my view of the thing.
Fascinating insights, and I think you're selling yourself short. I think you still have a chance for a gold, but Wesley So will be happy with any medal.
Fourth medal. I don't think. Well, it's kind of my fault blundering to Ivanchuk, but I think. Yeah, I'm also playing like shit the entire tournament.
Wait, what the? Wait, did Wesley say what? Wait, what? Did Wesley curse? What? What? Wait, what?
Well, it's kind of my fault blundering to Ivanchuk, but I think. Yeah, I'm also playing like shit the entire tournament. Pretty much. As I said, Fabi and Lebon has been carrying the team all day long.
I've known you for 10 years. I've never heard you curse. We'll see if that makes it on the air. USA men and USA women both in line for possibly a medal. First time since 2008 that would have happened. Wesley, get some rest. You have an 11 a.m. game tomorrow. Thanks for your time.
Thank you so much.
Back to you guys.
Brutal. No, of course. I mean, when he talks about you, he gets too emotional. Well, I mean, I would say that for all of us, we're nearing the end of our careers. We are nearing the end of our careers. And I would also say separately, like this echoes a lot of what I think I've heard Abhimanyu Mishra say, for example, or his dad or whomever say. But you know, look at the realities. The Indians are supported. They are completely supported, like great champions and heroes in their country. That is the reality. I mentioned before, Arjun has a 5-year contract, making $1.5 million US, $300,000 US every single year to play chess. He got this contract, by the way, before he had this massive rise as well, which is worth pointing out. But I'm almost certain that Gukesh and Prague also have similar deals. And at the end of the day, what do we have in the US? Nothing. I mean, you don't have anything on par with that whatsoever. Yes, I'm not joking when I say it. You have nothing on par with that at all. So I would argue that, like, when people look at this, what I would hope happens is that people see this and people look at the infrastructure of the way things are in India, and they want to actually have something similar here in America. That's what I would hope for. Prague is sponsored by Adani. His deal, I bet, is 5 times more. I mean, Adani's like he's probably in the top 10 richest people in the world. I think Ambani might be richer in India, but the point is that, yes, at the end of the day, I would hope that what this leads to is more support for the U.S. team. More support. That's what I would hope for. At the end of the day, I'm sitting on my rating. Well, I mean, for me, what I would say is it's basically it's a couple things. First of all, I mean, playing this event is not is not it. That's the first thing. It does not count towards the candidates, which is really the last thing I'm looking towards before I retire from chess. I mean, I know it's going to be a little bit long-winded, but like I've said it a few times already, and I'll say it again. My intention is to go for 2 more candidate cycles. I'm going to take a shot this time, and hopefully in 2 or 3 years, whenever the next cycle is, I'm good enough to compete and try to qualify. Regardless of that, my intention is to retire from chess after the next 2 candidate cycles, or classical chess, I should say. I'll still play Blitz and Rapid, obviously, but that is my intention. To be clear, and so where was I going with that? And so, like, yeah, so this tournament doesn't have anything really that's meaningful to me. Also because we won the gold medal in Baku back in 2016, and so that's that. Now, what I would say is that they're more sponsored and people are very serious and they want the best U.S. team to play with, say, myself, with Hans, with Wesley, with Levon, and Fabiano. I mean, there's a possibility. I think they know what has to happen for that to be the case. And that's that. So Anywho, I mean, I of course I feel bad for Wesley. I do feel bad for him, and for me, I feel bad because at the end of the day, I still am a chess player. Like I am a chess player. Like even if I'm not playing professionally anymore, I'm still a chess player's chess player. So I feel the pain of Wesley. At the end of the day, the thing that really frustrates me about the whole thing though is that like none of what has happened with the chess boom, nothing that has happened with the chess boom has benefited top players. The people who play chess professionally are not significantly better off through the chess boom than they were before the chess boom. And that's actually what upsets me the most about all these things. When I look at the when I look at the the bigger picture, is that nothing has. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed for the top players. There are a few more online events, but all that money, all the viewers, everything that filtered in chess, it's going to the people who make videos, the people who stream. It's not going to the people who play chess professionally. And that's probably the single biggest disappointment for me, especially whenever I choose to walk away from this. That's going to be the biggest disappointment for me, is the fact that it's something that has not filtered to the top players. It's something that basically benefits the streamers and the content creators, but it doesn't lead to more sponsors. It doesn't lead to more money for the top players. It's sad if you think about, yes, the winners. I mean, the big winners are obviously Levy and myself. We're the big winners as the content creators, and I do think it's very sad. When I look back, that's probably, if you ask me about one regret with everything that has happened over the last like 5 years or so, is that it has not benefited the people who play chess seriously. The Indians are a completely separate group. Of course, they've done amazingly well, but I'm definitely disappointed that seeing the success of content creation has not done anything for the people who play chess professionally. Chess.com got rich too. That's actually a good point, they did, but they're not top players either, obviously. So when I look back at all of it, I mean, at some point I will look back at it. That's going to be my biggest disappointment, is that no part of the chess boom benefited the top chess players. It did not, and that's really disappointing. And it's the thing that's, I mean, when I look back, I will regret that more than anything else over the last half decade or so. So yeah, it is what it is, and I mean, I feel terrible for Wesley. I mean, it sucks. It sucks to lose like this. It sucks when you have to play against a bunch of kids, obviously, who are becoming ridiculously good, and your time is up. But that's how it goes. That's just how it goes. Wait, did top players not benefit? Can you repeat that? They did not. They benefited a little bit from the standpoint that there are more online events, or there were for a period of time. But they're not. It has not fundamentally changed anything. Like, I mean, because Magnus also wins I mean, I guess he hasn't won every one this year, but at least you look last year, he probably won like 5 of them. So there's more money, but you're still talking at most like 50K. At most 50K the players are making, assuming they finish second a lot or something like that. I guess you make the tour final and you win like Wesley did, that was a bunch of money. But overall, I don't think I don't like Wesley did well online, but then it's over the board, his income over the board dried up. So it's a catch-22 for him. So I mean, I feel bad. I definitely feel bad for Wesley. But what it is. Why is Magnus not complaining? Magnus is not on a team that has a chance, though. He's not on a team that has a chance. So yes, it's what it is. It's what it is. Some of those online tournaments are suckers. Tier 3 is horrible. Playing so much to make 2K. Also true, but yeah, I don't know. I feel bad. I do feel bad for Wesley, of course. So at the end, well, I mean, if there's more money for like the US team, if that's 2 or 3x, I mean, like I said, I'm not going to be hanging around forever, but the younger people who start to take over are going to benefit for sure. They're definitely going to benefit if there's more support for the national team. Definitely they will support. So is Wikipedia, a controversial chess grandmaster who during interview, wait, what? Wait, are you kidding? Or wait, what? Wesley So Wikipedia. Wait, are you kidding me? Did someone really do that? Yeah. Let's pull this up. Wesley So. No, it doesn't say that. It doesn't say that. It doesn't say that. You debated me. You debated me. Very, very good. Very, very good, you guys. Very good.